don't let people sit there and make you feel that you have to live your life a certain way. Don't make people sit here and tell you what you can and can't do. And don't, especially not people that don't know you from anyone else. All right, guys. It is Tuesday, day 58 of the quarantine. It is May 12th. Today, not usually like this. I'm not usually this confrontational, especially like in the community that I live in. But I was taking the dogs out, both Goober and Raisin. And so we were across the street. They were doing their business, using the potty. If you haven't noticed, I'm usually the one that takes them out by myself. Usually when I take them out, they both go use the restroom, and I wait until the second one's done to clean up afterward. When I took them across the street, they did their business. I was waiting for Raisin to do her business. And this car, this red Mini Cooper with a black stripe running down the middle, stops and just sits there. I sit there and I stare at it because I don't appreciate people just looking at me. And no offense, I don't know them from, a hole in the wall. I just kind of sit there and I wait. Sit there and wait, sit there and wait. And I was going to wait to clean up the poop because fact is, I don't know what my dogs are going to do with that car being there. I don't know if that car's turning towards the lane that passes me or what it is exactly that car was planning on doing. So what I did is I got on my phone, called my wife to come out, and I was going to talk to the person in the car, ask them what it is they think that they're doing and what the problem might be. My wife comes outside, and as she comes out, the car not speeds off, but the car starts driving. The car starts driving. So we decide that, and we see the car stop down the road. So my wife and I decided that we're not going to just let this go. We're going to actually ask the person what the issue was. So we start walking down, and we get to the person that's parked on the side of the road. Perfectly fine to park on the side of the road and have a conversation with someone. What's not okay is ignoring the people that obviously are standing there waiting on you to stop your conversation to have a conversation with you. Now, we didn't interrupt them. My wife and I sat there and we let them continue. Both of them acknowledged that we were standing there, and they did not acknowledge us at all. So we said, all right. And I looked at my wife and I said, oh, screw it. I don't have anything better to do today. So I'm going to sit here and wait. She had to get back. She had to take over her class Zoom session where she offers above and beyond what she needs to. And so she had to get back. But she was nice enough to wait with me. The people finally rolled down the window and I said, hey, just a quick question. Why were you sitting there staring at us when I was letting my dogs use the restroom? She goes, oh, I wasn't standing there. I was trying to text. I go, well, it's kind of auspicious that you stand there or you park your car right by me when I'm letting the dogs go potty. It's kind of weird, and no offense, but if there's an issue, you can take it up with me instead of being on your phone and taping me. She goes, oh, I wasn't on my phone. I was texting. All right. No offense. I get that this lady's a little bit older, but my wife said, because I can't see in the windshield, because looking at the car, it was completely blacked out. But my wife said she was holding it up like this. And if you're texting, you don't text like up here, pointed and angled at someone. You text like you're just regularly texting. Whatever. It is what it is. I can't call her out on it. I don't know if it's for certain what she was doing, but I'm pretty sure that she's bullshitting me. I don't appreciate people being disrespectful like that. I'm a member of this community. I don't make a problem for anyone around me. I don't make an issue for, any of the neighbors. I don't go on Nextdoor and talk trash. I don't sit here and I don't judge other people's stuff because the fact is that I'm not really one to say anything. But you're not the cops. You're not my parents. And I don't really give a shit if you're part of the HOA board. You don't sit there and videotape someone because you think they're not going to clean up poop. Well, no offense, I'm an adult. And even if I don't clean up the poop, which I'm not saying I don't do that, what I'm saying is even if I don't, you're not really someone to fucking tell me what I can and can't do. So, with that being said, guys, mind your own fucking business sometimes. Sorry to get irritated, but I'm just reliving it in my head, and I'm like, no, this lady can go fuck herself. So, sorry for the cursing. I'll clean it up a little bit tomorrow when I'm a little bit less, irritated, but don't let people sit there and make you feel that you have to live your life a certain way. Don't make people sit here and tell you what you can and can't do, and don't, especially not people that don't know you from anyone else. If you're gonna have a conversation with me, if you're gonna sit there and videotape people, have a conversation with them. At least let them know why it is that you're doing something and what it is that you think about it. If you're not person enough, if you're not man enough, if you're not an adult enough to have a conversation and just film it, you shouldn't really be filming it. Have a conversation. You can disagree respectfully, but have a conversation about it. Don't just video people. That's fucking rude and childish. Hey guys, it's Friday. It is day 61 of the quarantine. I know I've promised you guys a weekly update, and I've been trying to separate it day by day by day by day, but right now we're in a bit of a whirlwind. If you don't know or haven't heard, I'm just going to go deeper into the conversation. Or if you haven't seen the video that I'm putting up before this, make sure to go back. I'm going to link it in the description or in the description right now, as well as put an icon at the top right. But we are in the process of moving. And again, we'll get more into detail in the other video, but we were putting fillers out in Orlando. Saw opportunities that were too good to pass up. A little bit nervous about leaving this place. Been here for the last 8 years, but it's time. It's time to go closer to family. It's time to get a better place. If you haven't done so, make sure to check out that video. Right now, I am in the process of taking a second to talk to you guys while cleaning up the kitchen and living room area. My mother-in-law is coming over. They came down from Orlando to help us move out from the school year. And it's funny that, that was the actual plan, that they were coming down just to help us move out my wife's classroom, because we have it Saturday and Sunday, and then I have it Monday and Tuesday. She is actually coming here to help us start packing up and basically getting our acts together, because she's not, she's retired, she looks after grandbaby, our nephew, all day, but she could literally be like a hoarder or a like interior removal person to basically get our shit together. She's the stern, swift kick in the ass that we need. I'm sorry for using language, but there's no other way to describe it. So I'm going to start on my clothes that I have out. I'm going to try to clean up a little bit. That's Friday for you. And if anything happens that I need to update you on. Hey guys, what's going on? It is Saturday, day 62 of the quarantine. At this point, I forget what the actual date. Anyway, we have mostly moved my wife out. It had only taken us, we got there at 8:45. We left at 4:15. So that would roughly be 8 hours. And so what's happened was my mother and father-in-law was nice enough to come down to help us move her out like they usually do. It usually takes us about a week, roughly a week, to move completely out, and we have a storage unit. Now we have a smaller storage unit, and we had 2 days based off of the safety concerns of the school to move out. Tomorrow we'll have to go in at 9 o'clock to get the rest of the stuff done, but the majority of stuff is moved out. My wife, Elf, my mother, and my father-in-law are all sore. It was very difficult, but they rented a U-Haul out, which helped us out immensely. My feet are throbbing, they're swollen, and I'm not here to complain, but they hurt. Instead of taking 12 trips like it did last year, it took us roughly 3 trips, including with the U-Haul. The storage unit is completely up and managed to where we can add just enough that my wife has left over will fit, but it's basically to the brim. That was most of the day. We were sitting here eating dinner at about 5:30ish, and we all just kind of looked around. I wasn't sweaty because I came home and took a shower immediately, which I had to, because compared to everybody else in the room, I literally had soaked through my shirt. That was fun. And actually, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth at a later time, but the movie I'm watching right now is late. It's like 10:30, 10:45, 11. The movie I'm watching right now is a scary movie on Hulu, so if you guys like scary movies and you actually have a subscription to Hulu, you should check it out. The characters themselves are hilarious to the point where it's not a bad movie. It's actually pretty well done. The actors and actresses are actually, B-rated. I wouldn't put this in a bad tier. But what I will say is the cops, the characters, all just making the worst decisions there are. But I think that's part of the movie's charm. The movie's called Trick, as in Trick or Treat. The main character, Patrick, Trick. But with that said, I'm going to finish the movie out. We are like 25 minutes before credits end, and I want to see this playing out. I just had to take the dogs out one last time. I wanted to update you guys because I haven't been doing a good enough job keeping you guys posted day in, day out. I did not take a picture or video before moving the stuff out to let you guys see the difference. And my wife and I both made the observation, but my wife said it out loud, that the classrooms without any decorations, the classrooms without any chairs, any students or stuff like that, a bare classroom is terrifying. It is really weird and eerie being in a classroom with no one in there. So tomorrow we're going to finish that out. Maybe even try to attack my room, which I have Monday and Tuesday to do, but it should only take me about 2 hours tops to get the whole room done. Compared to her, I have a very slight decorations and stuff that I use in the classroom. Small things that I use in the classroom. So that's exciting. About to be ready to move on to our next chapter in life. For right now, that concludes Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'll catch you tomorrow.